What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with our daily Apple update video where we take a look at how Apple stock traded today, some key support and resistance levels that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Apple stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record. We will get right into it. Another small red day for Apple. We are down 42 cents on the day, which is about 0.31%. That came on a day where the NASDAQ was up about 0.5%. The Dow Jones was up 87 points, which is about 0.28%. And the S&P 500 was up $1.45, which is 0.38%. So on a day like that, right, Apple didn't really do a whole lot of anything other than, kind of validating our levels, as we'll see in this video. So if you guys remember yesterday, right, we ended right here in the 137s, pretty flat in the after hours. We pushed up, right, at one point getting really close to our 138.40s level, but right out of the gate, same old, we saw a little bit of a sell-off. And check this out, my friends. We sold off right to our level. I mean, look at the bottom of that wick, right? Perfect to our level, down to the 136s. Then we pushed up, broke VWAP, came right back down. This time went about 20 cents, 19 cents below our level, Came up, came back down right to our level. VWAP test failed, came down, VWAP again, passed, and pushed up to the 137s, but it was a fake out. Apple got you, sold back down to the VWAP, bounced to our level, pushed up, closed right above VWAP. Really confusing day for Apple, not gonna lie. This sell-off right at the gate was something that we had seen, but a little bit of a fake out drop, this sudden drop, that was kind of scary, and then just running into the end of the day. Good thing about today. Well, this push that it had in the first half of the day was definitely something nice to see. It was better than, us breaking this level and just kind of going sideways or down. So that was good. The other good thing is the fact that we closed above VWAP, right? So the volume weighted average price, I don't know why I can never say that in one go. But, we're above that level. If you don't know what that is, feel free to check out my VWAP video. It really explains how I use it. I use it a lot more than I think a lot of people do, and I think it can be really good to use as a tool. Here and then the other good thing is, take a look at the bounces, right? So here we bounced at 136.06, our level's at 136.05. Here we bounced at 135.86, our level's again at 136.05. So our level today, that 136 level, really nicely got validated, which is great news for us as well. So those are kind of the good news. The bad news, obviously, is that we were A, down, and B, lagging the market. So that was definitely not good news. You guys remember I talked about this yesterday. I drew this overall trend line that shows that, believe it or not, we are still over the long term headed upward, just not as fast as a lot of us would like to, right? Considering the crazy earnings that they had, considering, rumors about Apple cars, considering all these, positive catalysts that for other stocks seem to be doing wonders, right, is doing nothing for Apple. And Apple, I do agree, has not been the most fun stock, but at the same time, you have to understand that Apple is such a large company, right, with an over $2 trillion market cap, that it doesn't move like a lot of other stocks does. That being said, right, we have gotten those moves, but you can see like it went up for 4 or 5 days straight, and then it came kind of right back down, but still made a higher low than it did before the kind of start of that rally. So if you own Apple shares, not a bad idea to sell covered calls. Not a financial advisor, but just kind of throwing that out there. That's what I've done for a couple weeks now, as it sits around and doesn't really do too much. I can talk about that at the end of the video if you guys like, for those of you that are interested on covered calls. So as you can see, right, we go up, we come right back down to kind of this line, we go up, we come right back down to this line. So based on that, we do have maybe a little bit of juice left in this run. So here we see we ran up, came a little bit down, and then kept going. So based on that, right, we could see a little bit of push coming in the next upcoming weeks or so. So we'll see if that plays out. But let's take a look at our future levels of support and future levels of resistance. So first things first, right, we got that AEMA in the 136.04, which actually really nicely coincided with our level today. That's why you saw a lot of the level bounces happening. Our levels have been really good, lately on their own, but when you combine that with the power of an exponential moving average, which pretty much just takes the average price over the past couple of days, and since it's the exponential one, it weighs the closer one to today more than it does kind of some of the older ones. It really adds a lot of power to that. So this 136.04 should be a pretty good level of support for us, right? The next level of support is this 21 EMA right at 134.46. And then we've got this 133.40s as well. And then we've got the 34 EMA and the 132.40s, right? So those are the levels that I'm watching starting next week. If Apple starts to go down, my first level that I'm watching is the 8 EMA and this 136.04 level. We have the 21 EMA and the 134.46. Then we've got this level right behind 133.46. And then we've got that 34 EMA and the 132s. Could keep dropping, but we've got other levels as well, as you see here. On the upside, what is it important for us to take over? As you can see for the past 2 days, right, we've made highs of 137 kind of 40s, right? 137.40 and 137.42 over the past 2 days. That's the first level we got to take out, right? 137.40s. We do that, we push towards the 138.46. Then we have 140s to take out before we open it up for 141 and then the all-time high. That's gonna take a little bit of momentum to go through, guys. Not gonna lie. This 137 we've been struggling the past 2 days. Then we got the 138, then we got the 140, and then we got the 141.92. So, all in all, not a bad week for Apple, right? If you take a look at when we opened, it was 133 and then we ended 136. So still $3 on the green, which isn't a great move, again, for a stock like Apple. For a company the size of Apple, right? But you take a look at, the S&P being up the amount it is. Apple did lag a little bit this week. There's no other way to put it. So hopefully we get a push coming in Apple soon. Remember that we talked about the Apple car news a couple days ago. So that could be coming soon as well. Sometime in mid-February, Apple and Hyundai might reach a deal for them to produce cars here in Atlanta, Georgia. So that could be exciting stuff for the stock as well. But other than that, I want to cover covered calls for anyone who might be interested. Pretty much what a covered call is so when you buy a call, right, you are basically betting on the stock price to go up, right? So let's say you go out and you buy a $140 call expiring in April. That means that you think by April, Apple is going to be above 140. But not only that, right? Let's say you pay, this is going to be super simplified, right? Let's say you pay $3 for that. So you need Apple to be above 143 for you to kind of break even, right? There's a lot of other things like time value and implied volatility built into the option price, but we're not going to go into that. What a covered call does is is basically you're taking the other side of that. So when you're buying a call option, right, you can technically exercise it, although a lot of people don't. They just buy and sell the option. If Apple goes above 140, you have the right to buy Apple shares at 140, right? So that's what you're getting by paying that $3, the right to buy Apple shares at 140. You could take the exact opposite, right? You could say, you've got your Apple shares right now. Let's say you need 100 shares to do this, or you need a long call position. That's going to be less than your covered call that you're selling. But let's say you have 100 shares of Apple doing not a lot. You can go out and sell weekly covered calls. What that can do, so let's take a look at the options chain for this. Let's go to next Friday. By the way, if you guys want to sign up for Webull, you can do free options contracts here. So you could buy options for free as well. I'll drop a link down in the description of the video. So if you want to sign up using my referral link, we both get some free shares. If not, cool. You could sign up without my referral link. That's all good too. But what I want to show you guys is, let's take a look here, right? So we take a look at the 140. You can get 73 cents for that, which means if you own 100 shares of Apple, right, and you don't think Apple is going to 140 next week, you could sell this call, get 73 bucks for it. So if you get 73 bucks for it, by next Friday, Apple isn't above 140, you get to keep the 73, you got $73. If Apple is above 140, basically what you're saying technically is that you are willing to sell Apple at 140. So it's good if you think Apple isn't going to keep, is going to keep kind of going slowly. If you think Apple's going to have a huge move coming next week, then obviously don't do this. There are ways to get out of this too, where let's say Apple goes to like 139 on like Tuesday, you could always roll, but I'm not going to get into that in this video because that's a really long topic. But that's just something I wanted to share, and a lot of us are holding Apple shares and a lot of us are frustrated, so I just wanted to give you an option. Again, make sure to do your own research and understand what exactly it is you're doing before you decide to do it. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comment section and I'd love to help you guys down there. That's all I had for you guys. Hope you guys had an amazing trading week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.